I want to say one more thing. Income polarization is best going to be addressed in this city or elsewhere, and it is a serious problem, and I acknowledge it in every speech that I make as the single most important challenge that is facing the City of Toronto during my time in office. But it's going to be best addressed by attracting better and more jobs to the city. And I passionately believe that, because you are going to help address people with their housing costs, you are going to help address people with their ability to afford transit, you're going to help people address the ability to provide for their families if they can have less precarious, better employment or employment at all. And I think a lot of the problems with the maps we saw up there is that those people in many cases are isolated enough they don't know how to connect up to get a job. It's one of the reasons you build transit, to connect people to jobs. But another thing I think we have to start doing is taking jobs to those neighborhoods and taking opportunities to those neighborhoods. And that is going to be the best way in which you're going to, and it won't work for everybody, but I think it'll work for a lot of people who have the talent, they have the education in many cases, they just don't have the equality of access to opportunity. And that is where I think we have a responsibility to step in and do something about it.
Absolutely. And I have to say, not to give it a plug, but SmartTrack, because when I did the transit panel, I looked at that in detail, and I believe in it because it does link up employment with underserviced areas. And we did a study at the conference board which showed that the lack of transit is a huge factor in people not being able to get good jobs.
I had a major employer in my office today telling me they're looking at moving where they're located because they recognize the fact that so many more people want to live downtown and can't commute. And they're saying it's starting to hurt their ability to attract people. And so they're now talking about moving their quite large installation downtown, which is good news in a certain way. But, we need to have people also locate in the suburbs. I had in my platform some very specific use of tools we have in the toolbox of the city to actually proactively attract jobs to Scarborough and Downsview and Rexdale, as opposed to sort of waiting around and hope it happens one day. We have the tools to try and make it happen, and make it worthwhile for employers to locate in those parts of town.